Good morning, Southside community. Welcome to this morning's coffee talk. Today we'll be covering some information on some important topics. We have the celebration of our district success. We have Southside ISD health clinic offerings, update on tomorrow's district's parade, update on intramural sports and our district's academic bowls, La Mision Health Clinic services and collaborations with the school district, and COPS Metro services in collaboration with Southside ISD. So before we get started, I'd like to introduce our guests who are here with us this morning. We have our Director of Bilingual Services, Ms. Adriana Bermea. We have our Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Stan Osborne. We have our Director of Operations and Student Services, Mr. Henry Yzaguirre. We have our Assistant Superintendent of Elementary Campuses, Dr. Jody Spoor. We have our Assistant Superintendent for Secondary Campuses, Mr. Miguel Castillo. The Director of La Mision Family Healthcare, Ms. Margarita Arroyo. COPS Metro Leader and Southside ISD Alumni, Mr. Vincent Arreguin. And our Director of Communications, Ms. Sylvia Rincon. So we'll start off with celebrating our success. So Ms. Bermea, you want to share with the community?
Good morning. Our emerging bilinguals are assessed with the Texas English Language Proficiency System assessment to obtain standards on where they are in obtaining English. Most recently, the district just decided to have online services with Summit K-12 as a resource to support our students in interventions. Most recently, in the 2021 TELPAS scores, we saw substantial gains, and from 2019, and with that, Summit K-12 recognized our district for having closing the gaps and showing proficient gains throughout the state. Very, very excited to announce that at the Texas Association for Bilingual Education Conference in El Paso on October the 25th, Summit K-12 recognized 4 of our elementary campuses as top 10 in the state, with Summit K-12 they have over 3,000 partner districts and campuses, I'm sorry. And so 4 of our elementaries, Gallardo, Freedom, Heritage, and Pierce, were all recognized as top 10, as well as 2 of our middle schools, top 10 middle schools, Matthew and Lozoya Middle School, I was gonna say intermediate. And as well, on the 26th of October, they recognized the top 25 districts out of 300 partner districts that they work with as the top in the state, and Southside ISD came in as number 1 in the small district category. And this is a reflection of the students' language acquisition gains from 2019 to 21, in which our district was able to go from one campus being meeting standard, and turning it around and having 6 campuses meeting standard, as well as the district. So our goal, we are not where we want to be, but we definitely are making the gains to support our students in obtaining the second language.
Thank you, Ms. Bermea. So the district making strides there with the bilingual program. So from what Director Bermea mentioned, in the state, out of 1,000, a little bit over 1,000 districts, this Summit K-12 representing 300 districts, and in the small district category, Southside ISD being number 1. Also in 2019, in the English language proficiency level in closing the gaps, domain 3, the district, only 1 campus had attained that proficiency level. And last year, 6 campuses had met that proficiency level. So quite a turnaround. So Ms. Bermea and her department have done a wonderful job working with our principals and directors, and of course with our community. And you can see that improvement, and we expect that improvement to continue. So we're looking forward to the 2022 scores. So thank you, Ms. Bermea, again. Now we have Mr. Stan Osborne with the offerings that we have here at our health clinic.
Good morning. Thank you, Mr. Ramirez. Good morning, community, students and staff of Southside ISD. I'm very proud to share with you some of the success for our clinic here, the Susan B. Hall Southside ISD Medical Clinic. We're in our third year of operations, and we continue to grow and provide services to the community as well as the team here at Southside. Most recently, we've been offering rapid COVID tests and COVID vaccines for all who need those by appointment. We have been encouraged recently through the medical agencies throughout our country that we are going to have the ability to offer Pfizer vaccines to children in our community, to include our students ages 5 through 11 will be offered the vaccine itself. The vaccine serum is on order and is expected to arrive on November 5th, and then we would begin scheduling activities which would allow parents to partner with their students if those who want to receive the vaccine. We're also partnering with our community with UIW students and Dr. Hook and her supportive team working with Dr. Rival on our team. Those are coming. You'll look for more information concerning that. And again, we're proud to serve the community and look forward to many years providing medical services. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Osborne. So we want to invite the entire community. If you want a COVID test or are interested in your children getting the vaccine, this goes not only to our community, but also to our staff. It's very close by, it's convenient, and we have an amazing staff. So we invite everyone to drop by. So thank you again, Mr. Osborne. Tomorrow we have our first district parade, and to give an update on this event, we have our Director of Operations, Mr. Yzaguirre.
Thank you, Mr. Ramirez. Good morning, community, Southside community. Just a brief update. Like Mr. Ramirez said, it is our first annual parade for our community. We will be recognizing a lot of our student organizations, along with some of our business partners that we do business with here in the district. The event will take place at Southside High School Stadium beginning at 5:30, where we'll begin our parade along the stadium and eventually end up with the burning of the S. It'll be our first event, and we look forward to a fun event, weather permitting, and we welcome everybody to participate.
Thank you, Mr. Yzaguirre. And again, we want to invite the entire community to come over. We're highlighting our students, our student organizations, and also our community partners. And we want to make sure that our parents feel welcome. This is your school. So we want to make sure that you feel comfortable attending our events. And again, this is our first district parade highlighting our students and the campus organizations, along with our community partners. So we're excited. Hopefully we'll have some good weather. And if we do run into issues, we will communicate that with the community. So thank you, Mr. Yzaguirre. Now, we have some new programs here in the district, our intramural sports and our academic bowls. And to give a little bit more detail on those offerings, we have Dr. Spoor and Mr. Castillo.
Good morning. Thank you, Mr. Ramirez. Hope everybody is having a great day. I'd like to share with you some of the details about our intramural sports. We began this fall with soccer, and our 4th and 5th graders at all 4 of our elementary campuses have teams that have been competing against each other, along with our 6th graders from both Mathie and La Soya. On Monday afternoons into the early evening, we have the teams competing against each other here at on the spaces behind the stadium here at Southside. We have had some excellent participation. Students are learning the skills during their PE classes, and then they have the opportunity to compete on Monday afternoons. We will conclude our soccer season on Saturday the 20th. That's the first Saturday of the Thanksgiving break. We're going to have a tournament, and we'll have 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place trophies per grade level. So we look forward to continuing that competition. Immediately following our soccer season, we will have basketball. Coach Jessica Cardenas, who is our Lady Cardinal head coach at the high school, is in charge of this wonderful program, and we look forward to seeing our kiddos finishing up their soccer season and then joining us on the courts this fall. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Spoor. Mr. Castillo?
Saludos, parents, grandparents, and guardians. My name's Mr. Castillo, and I'm here to talk to you about the academic bowls, also known as the STEAM bowls. I would like to share that our first academic bowl took place this past Wednesday at Gallardo Elementary School. We do have several upcoming academic bowls scheduled on Wednesdays. And the next one will take place on November the 10th, that's a couple of weeks from now, at Gallardo Elementary. That'll be for the elementary students. For the middle school students, we will have our middle school academic bowl taking place on November the 16th. Now that's on a Tuesday, but that's the only exception that we have in our schedule. Again, that'll be at Lozoya Middle School, and that will be for our middle school students. We are focusing on every aspect of STEAM. So right now we're focusing on having our questions be on mathematics. So that's one of the components of the STEAM program. Of course, this is headed up by our very own STEAM coordinator, Dr. Samuel Ebong. And of course, it will take place at the elementary schools for the elementary students and at the middle schools for the middle school students. So parents, grandparents, guardians, students, teachers, and staff, we cordially invite you to encourage all of our students to participate and raise the academic achievement through fun activities.
Thank you, Dr. Spoor, Mr. Castillo. Just a reminder to parents that you are welcome to attend these events, both the intramural sports and the academic bowls. You are invited to come drop by and support your children. Also remember, this is free of charge. So anybody who's interested in taking part in these events, please do so. So again, thank you, Mr. Castillo and Dr. Spoor. And now we have Director Margarita Arroyo from La Mision Health Clinic Services to discuss the services they provide and the collaboration that they have with the school district.
Hello, and thank you, Mr. Ramirez. I just wanted to tell you a little bit about what's going on in our community for the last 9 months. It's been very exciting. As director of La Mision Clinic over medical, dental, and behavioral health, I found about a grant from the Methodist Health Ministries. They are very good partners with us. They help us fund a lot of services for people, for example, who are not insured and who need some services for dental. Well, early this year in February, I talked to Mr. Ramirez about another grant opportunity. And with that collaboration, we were able to find a couple of people in the community to collaborate with us. A coalition we have created for the last 9 months. In addition to Southside ISD and Ascension DePaul services, my services, we also combined with COPS Metro, a couple of leaders who have been trained through COPS Metro, and some parents from the community and from Southside ISD. The best part is that we also began to collaborate with some students from Southside ISD. In the past 9 months, this group has been getting together to determine what resources are lacking in our side of town. And a lot of work has gone through that. We finished phase 1, and we identified several things that are important for us. We need behavioral health services, and we're looking at getting telehealth services so our students can receive services here locally. They don't have to go into town. We're looking at expanding services through our programming at our Wellness Center and El Carmen Catholic Church. We want seniors, children, and adults to have social gatherings and exercise activities available to them. We hope and want, if we get approved for phase 2 of this project, be able to create parks and sports fields for year-round sports. We also want to create initiatives that help our community have lifelong learning opportunities. We feel that we never stop learning after we finish school, and we want to continue growing our community, our students, and our parents. And we're also looking at get funding for social workers. One thing we found is that there are resources already available in our community, but our community does not know about them. So we want to have people available to you so you can know where to go, who to go to, so we can connect you to the right services at the right time. So this is a lot going on right now with this project. Phase 2, we just submitted our application this last Friday, and we hope to hear sometime in the next month or two. Keep in mind that we'll be coming back to you and telling you more. But you'll know us. Our coalition is called Unidos Prosperaremos, the Southside Collaborative. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Arroyo, and I can say that we could not have asked for a better district partner than Director Arroyo and La Mision. They've been very supportive of the school district and the community. And just, I know that Ms. Arroyo doesn't like for me to mention details of her, travels, but she comes drives over an hour and could be working anywhere else, but she has selected to work here at our community. That says a lot about her and her organization. So we thank you for everything that you've done for our school district. Now we have Mr. Vincent Arreguin to talk about COPS Metro and the collaboration that they have with our school district.
COP stands for Communities Organized for Public Services. That is, as any services that the city gives the city folk, we have the same thing, which is streets, roads, anything that we need help with. We collaborate, we organize people together and try to solve those problems and those issues. Like Margarita said, I'm also a member of the Methodist Healthcare Ministries, and we're trying to bring a community together to have a voice and get your voices heard on all these issues. We're trying to work on, excuse me, we're trying to work on trying to bring a major grocery store out here, more businesses, but without y'all's help and input, we don't know which direction to go and what our goals are to reach those goals. So that's where we need y'all's input. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Arreguin, and again, COPS Metro and Mr. Arreguin have been very supportive of our school district. As a former graduate of Southside ISD, Mr. Arreguin genuinely is interested in assisting our students and families and bringing everyone together. So we truly appreciate the support that you provided our school district, Mr. Arreguin. Thank you. Well, this concludes our coffee talk. However, we have opened it up for questions from the community that they may have. So we have our Director of Communications, Ms. Rincon, to talk about or to give us the questions that the community has given through this coffee talk.
Indeed, thank you. We love our community members, and we thank you always for communicating with us, especially online on Facebook and Twitter. And we always welcome your questions when it comes to just about anything. You can always email us too at coffeetalk@southsideisd.org. Today we have 2 questions from the community via Facebook. And one of the questions we have for this group is, why does Menchaca have school sometimes when other campuses do not? Would someone like to take that question?
So Menchaca is operating under the additional day school year. So they have 30 additional days that the other campuses do not have school on those days. So there are 2 calendars, one for the remaining 7 campuses, and then Menchaca with 30 additional days. You can find both calendars in our school district website, and you can see what days that Menchaca attends that are different from the ones that the rest of the campuses have school.
Excellent, thank you. Our other question has to do with our community relations and outreach, and the question was that recently the food pantry link to register was not working. We know this is a very important service that we provide for our community, and this is a very important question. So we wanted to let you know that as of today, the link is now working, and thank you for your patience. The next food pantry distribution here at Southside ISD will be on November 13th. And of course, please stay tuned to our website where you can get the very latest information on our services. And that will do it for questions for today. Thank you.
So now this is the end of this morning's coffee talk. However, just know that we will have monthly coffee talks. So next month we will have one. And also we do have our campuses having their own campus coffee talks on a monthly basis. So please, if your children are attending whatever campus here at Southside ISD, expect these coffee talks at the campus and district level. So thank you very much. And again, please drop by at tomorrow's district parade. You guys have a wonderful day. Thank you.